There was a time when Dubai Mall didn't feel like a building. It felt like a world inside a world, a place where everything was controlled, optimized, and designed to overwhelm human senses in the first few seconds. The air was cold even in the desert heat. The lights were perfectly balanced. The sound of footsteps echoed through endless corridors of luxury. It didn't feel random. It felt engineered. And that is exactly what it was. But behind every engineered system, there is one fragile dependency that most people ignore: human behavior. And human behavior is never stable. It evolves, shifts, and sometimes completely changes direction. And when that happens, even the most advanced systems begin to feel pressure. Dubai Mall was not created as a normal commercial project. It was part of a much larger national transformation. Dubai was trying to rebuild its identity from an oil-based economy into a global hub of tourism, luxury, and international trade. So the mall became more than architecture. It became a signal. A message sent to the world that this city was no longer local in ambition. It was global in scale. Massive investments were made to create something that could attract millions of visitors every year. Luxury brands from across the world were brought under one roof. Entertainment zones were integrated. Indoor environments were designed to simulate comfort in extreme desert conditions. Architectural elements were crafted to create emotional impact. The idea behind it was simple. If you build something big enough, attractive enough, and emotionally powerful enough, people from all over the world will come. And for many years, that idea worked almost perfectly. In its early expansion phase, Dubai Mall started attracting global attention at a scale that surprised even industry experts. Millions of tourists began arriving every year. But the important thing was not just the number of visitors. It was their behavior. People were not coming only to shop. They were coming to experience something they couldn't find elsewhere. The massive aquarium became a global attraction. The indoor waterfall became a visual landmark. The fashion districts became symbols of modern luxury culture. The temperature-controlled interiors became a comfort escape from the harsh outside world. Everything inside was designed to create emotional stimulation. And emotional stimulation creates memory, and memory creates desire to return. That is how the system sustained its early growth. But beneath this success, something important was forming quietly: a dependency. Because the entire system was not built on local demand, it was built on global movement. And global movement depends on forces no single location can control: air travel networks, international stability, currency strength, consumer confidence, global tourism trends. As long as these factors remain strong, the system grows. But the moment even one of them weakens, pressure begins. Over time, global consumer behavior started to shift. And this shift was not sudden. It was gradual, almost invisible at first. People started changing how they define value. Luxury stopped being purely about visibility. It stopped being about showing status in a loud way. A new mindset slowly began spreading globally. Less consumption for display, more consumption for meaning, less impulse buying, more intentional decision-making. At the same time, travel behavior also changed. People stopped traveling only for shopping experiences. They started traveling for purpose-driven experiences: culture, nature, identity, wellness, personal growth. This may look like a small change. For systems built on mass consumption, it is a structural shift, because Dubai Mall was built on one assumption: that human desire will always expand. But when desire changes direction, systems built on that desire begin to adjust. To keep up with this evolving world, Dubai Mall began transforming itself into a more technologically advanced environment. Artificial intelligence was introduced into core operations. Visitor movement began to be tracked in real time. Retail behavior became data-driven. Promotions became personalized automatically. Security systems became highly intelligent and predictive. Every movement inside the mall started generating data. Every visitor became part of a behavioral system. The experience became smoother than ever before, faster, more personalized, more efficient. But something changed in the process. Human unpredictability started disappearing. And when unpredictability disappears, surprise disappears. And when surprise disappears, emotional excitement slowly weakens. A perfectly optimized system may look powerful on the surface. Over time, it can start to feel predictable, and predictability reduces emotional attachment. Then global instability increased. Travel networks became inconsistent. Supply chains became more expensive. International mobility became less predictable. There was no single collapse event, no dramatic failure. Instead, something subtle happened. Flow started changing. And in systems like Dubai Mall, flow is everything, because it was never designed for average conditions. It was designed for peak global conditions, and peak systems are extremely sensitive. Even a small reduction in international visitors creates visible effects across multiple layers. Luxury retail feels it first. Tourism adjusts next. Revenue patterns shift after that. Not collapse, adjustment, a system slowly adapting to a new global reality. Dubai Mall still remains one of the most visited destinations in the world, but its meaning is no longer just success, it has become a case study. A case study of how modern megastructures depend on global psychology, because today's infrastructure is not isolated anymore. It is deeply connected to human confidence, movement patterns, spending behavior, travel decisions, perception of stability. And when human psychology shifts, physical systems respond immediately, not because they are weak, but because they are interconnected. This is the reality of modern global design. Everything is linked, nothing operates alone anymore. Now the direction is shifting again. The focus is no longer just expansion, it is resilience. Sustainability systems are being introduced at scale. Energy efficiency is being improved. Waste management systems are being redesigned. Digital infrastructure is expanding further. The goal is no longer just to attract more visitors. The goal is to survive long-term uncertainty. Because the future will not reward size alone, it will reward adaptability, how fast a system can respond, how efficiently it can adjust, how long it can remain relevant in a changing world. Dubai Mall is not disappearing. It is transforming from a symbol of unlimited consumption into a reflection of a changing global mindset, a world where attention is no longer guaranteed, where spending is more conscious, where value is constantly being redefined. And this creates a deeper question. If human desire changes direction, what happens to systems built entirely on that desire? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more deep documentary stories like this. And tell me in the comments, do you think megastructures like Dubai Mall represent the future of global civilization, or are they slowly becoming symbols of a system that is now changing?